All right, we broke the cycle last video and started with just the whole video. Obviously, we've done that before if you're a regular, man. And shout out to the regulars. We're gonna break the cycle with this one and just start with my voice. I'm Trailhand Bill reporting live from South Florida, man. I am in Hollywood today, man. I stopped at Panera Bread. I just love this place, man. I really do. And there's a payola restaurant right by it. We'll talk about all that later, man. Lord willing, man. If you're new here, we watch the video, and then when that is done, I give my opinion on it. I know y'all just love me, man, because y'all just be sending me stuff like this sometime and knowing I ain't got much emotional control or too much damn sense. We just watched how much they invested in a cop being shot and killed in Chicago. Let's see what they got going on for young Terrell Miller, man. Rest in peace, youngster.
Call police, open the door. Huh?
Officers make their presence known at an apartment in the 900 block of North Charles. To be greeted with screams for help.
Let me see your hands!
And eventually finding 57-year-old Anthony George, later lunging into a nearby room, grabbing 4-year-old Terrell Miller. A single gunshot, killing them both in an instant.
Anthony was intoxicated and things went left. Like he told me, if I can't have you, nobody can.
And that's exactly how Terrell's mother, Kiana Miller, remembers it.
No justice, no peace.
Now a call to action. Miller, along with about 50 others, rallied in March for policy reform within the Macomb Police Department.
They could have did anything besides use their weapon. They had tasers, they had pepper spray.
And policy is what Police Chief Jeff Hamer says he's looking into with an internal investigation. In a July 24th interview, Hamer called it his priority.
I feel I'm 80 to 90% of the way there.
Tell me how that was police procedure.
What was their reason?
They said in the report that he acted within the guidelines for the use of deadly force.
Miller's attorney Marlena Suarez saying Officer Nick Gock, who Hamer confirmed as the shooter, should have used de-escalation and negotiation tactics.
He was a bright young man. He never did nothing wrong. He didn't deserve to get killed by the police.
Suarez claiming the case is far from over and that a civil lawsuit will be filed by the end of next week.
It may be the only alternative open to us at this point.
And in the meantime, Miller hopes change will stem from Hamer's internal look. But she isn't holding her breath. She remembers her son, who would have turned 5 about 2 weeks ago, as a ball of sunshine who was everyone's best friend.
You had a bad day and you looked at him, hey, I'm Terrell. How are you doing? You know, he didn't have an enemy on this earth.
In Macomb, Dylan Smith, WGEM News.
If all you want to see what is a video, it is over. There will be nothing else but me talking from this point forward, man. I've only done 2 videos on this channel, man, where people mention them to me. That was another one, dude. 2 videos I lost, man, and I think they were the same video. Where cops were on a high-speed chase, and then the people that they were pursuing crashed, and then they just veered off and didn't check on them. But I lost those. I wanted to do those, and then Ayana Jones, if I remember her last name correctly, I always forget her. The 7-year-old, she was killed. That may have been Michigan, Detroit. I would say there have been about a total of 4 to 5 videos that people have recommended to me in the comment section, and then I went and looked at them. And this is one of them. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to try my best to be diplomatic, at least, and respectful in the thoughts I'm going to communicate about this video. So first and foremost, I want to take Terrell's family out of it. I want to take his mom out of it, right? I'm not going to be directing my specific comments to her because there are several different reasons. I don't know this lady. I don't know the context of their life, of their situation, for me to be going into any great detail about them specifically. So I'm just going to generalize it from what I know goes on in the world. I'm going to start right here, man. There are more people responsible for the Terrells of the world, right? I'm going to use him as more of as a symbolic figure than a literal person. And rest in peace to him. We're going to definitely speak about him, Lord willing. But I want to use him symbolically so it doesn't seem like I'm taking shots at his family. Because, again, I don't know enough about them, too. So bear with me, man. There are more people responsible for young Terrell's death, the young Terrells of the world, than that cop who pulled the trigger, and than law enforcement and American government. But I want to get to all of that. But I just want to say there are also some parents whoever in those contexts. You know, we had these crimes which they keep happening in Florida. They had died down, but just another one just happened the other day where adults are leaving guns, you know, where unsecured, where kids can get them. The kids get the guns and kill themselves. And uncle, you can probably Google this with these search words, keywords. Left a, you know, I don't know if it was his gun, if he was responsible for it or not, but he's watching his niece or nephew, and then the child got the weapon and shot themselves and killed themselves, and then they arrested the uncle for it. So it's a lot of situations where it's just not the cops responsible, and I want to touch more on that if I remember. But first and foremost, again, I want to say rest in peace specifically to Terrell, and now I just want to get back to some things going on in my personal life and how they relate to these videos. So I got two homeboys that are dealing with issues with their children, and they have well-meaning women in their lives, and I've dealt with this on many occasions in my life to the point where I'm past fed up and frustrated with it. And the women are not necessarily on board, or should I say supportive, with how the fathers, the men, are tending to want to decide to handle the situation. Now at times they are, but then there's pushback, and that's okay, because relationships can be like that. We challenge each other respectfully and lovingly, but there's just a little too much of that from the women. That's what I was thinking about when I watched this video. No justice, no peace. Terrell is dead as hell, man. He was 4. You said he would have been 5. I think they said this happened in March. He's dead as hell. His godmother referred to him as a young man. She's on the screen right now. He's 4. He would have been 5. Maybe he's just speaking. There's a lot of grief going on. I don't want to be overly critical of anybody in this situation, man. No justice, no peace. I often speak about the people who, you know, go and watch my last video. I think it was the guy's name, Shy. He was up there in Philadelphia. He was just out there policing police who had stopped an American citizen on a traffic stop. And he literally told the cops and the guy, hey, I'm out here just to make sure that they don't violate you in any regard, right? And people get on me about that. Hey, you're not doing, those cops aren't doing anything. Why you messing with them? It's just a traffic stop. Like, they ain't, why you I don't even know how to communicate this to anybody who would ask such a silly ass questions. Nothing happened at this scene, and I guarantee you a lot of times it's because, and I'm not putting myself and auditors and cop watchers and government watchdogs on no damn pedestal, because guess what? We as human as a motherfucker, they'll kill us just like they're killing the damn body else. But I guarantee you that much more of a sense of accountability and transparency on that scene probably stop a lot of those situations from turning into those tumultuous ass situations that we see in national news a lot of times. So don't tell no motherfucker who own a scene and then they leave the scene and the cop didn't do nothing. See, nothing happened. Why are you out there? That's the very reason we the fuck out there. That's a successful situation for us. That's what we want every damn time. The hell you mean? Because too many times when we are not there, young Terrells end up dead. So what I'm saying is, ladies, I get it. You want to go out there and hold up signs, and then you have these men on board with this shit, and you're literally saying no justice, no peace. But that's bullshit, because Terrell, young 4-year-old, he would have been 5. He's dead as hell. There's a lot of them. Wyatt, check him, New Mexico. He didn't even make it 4 years old. He's 14 months old. I mean, we can, you know, we can list the names on and on and on, but I'm saying, like, y'all out there screaming no justice, no peace, and y'all be the very ones when y'all see men and women like me out here actually on cops' ass before these situations transpire to hopefully, by God's grace, keep them from transpiring. We doing too much. That shit is so ass backwards and insulting. We're doing too much, because when we're around 4-year-old Terrell, 14-month-old Wyatt, the list of names goes on and on and on. I'm going to end up, Lord willing, if I live to see a profile in that 14-month-old girl that they killed up there in California that I keep mentioning. Target, 14-month-old, cop shooter. Google those keywords, you'll find it. We're doing too much because they never walk away from situations where we're at. Praise God with those type of stories. And y'all not doing too much, because y'all always show up after the dead baby bodies, holding up signs saying no justice, no peace. That's a little, like I said, ass backwards and insulting to me. I'm not going to tell you because they murdered Terrell up there. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go to Chicago and look for some cops' heads to chop off. I'm not. I'm just going to tell you, like, Lord willing, and let's go. Because, you know, you always have these spectacular plans about what will happen in any given situation, be it your ego speaking or, you know what I mean, your actual desire to be who God has called you to be. But you never know until you're in those situations. And that's why I always say, I just think if I'm around, it's going to be a little more to add to the story unless God changes the direction of the context of the situation. But I ain't really finna be holding up no damn signs. Now let's talk about some things. This lady was stabbed 20 something times. Watched the video twice, and I read two different print articles. I want to make sure, because they ain't missing in this damn video, that lady was stabbed 20 something times by that man. When the cops showed up, I think they mentioned this. They heard her screaming from outside, "He's stabbing me, please help, please help." They get in the house after I think they broke in the house, or she got away and let them in. I can't remember, but blood is all on the wall. I don't listen, man. These are the stories we're getting. If somebody lying about it, it ain't me. Mom didn't mention that in this story, but there are reasons why I could think of. I hope I don't remember to forget. I hope I don't forget to remember none of this. But they get inside the house. He got the gun. He got the. We see all the blood. The lady had. We already heard her screaming. Then he snatched up the kid, or he already got the kid. He dipped around the corner. Then he come back. That's what we see on video. We hear a gunshot. Let me delve into that a little bit. Stop calling motherfucking police when it ain't necessary. Women, I'm talking to y'all ass again, because just like cops, y'all get celebrated for shit y'all shouldn't be celebrated for, and y'all ass don't be getting checked when your ass need to be getting checked. Y'all weaponize these motherfucking cowards too damn much. Remember, I ain't talking specifically about this situation. That lady got stabbed 20 times. I hope I don't forget to remember what I want to say about that. I'm saying I've heard too many damn situations where y'all be calling the cops just because that's the only upper hand you can get. And then in y'all female ass minds, y'all think y'all gonna control what happens next. Now, I am gonna specifically talk about her. Young lady, you were screaming, "He's stabbing me, help." You or somebody called the damn cops. I'm not gonna say it was you, but somebody did. When they get there, they're saying, "He's stabbing me, help." That's what your ass is screaming. They can hear it from outside. They break in or they get in and they see blood everywhere. I'm sorry, young lady. That could have been your damn brother, your father, Terrell's own father. There are not many damn men that's gonna go into that situation with y'all woman ass brains. And that be my issue with y'all. Y'all literally think every motherfucker got to see the world through y'all woman ass brains. Guess who else see life like that? Cops. You got to cut that shit out. You ain't calling no damn man to no motherfucking escalated situation like that. And you really think he gonna walk into it with your woman ass brain? I mean, that pissed me off so damn much. That's why I mentioned my friends earlier. Their spouses and counterparts are trying to get them to see it, and that's not wrong. Didn't I say that's what we're supposed to do, lovingly and respectfully challenge each other? But that's challenge. That's not like this situation isn't resolved until he completely see it through your woman ass eyes. That's not how life goes. Ain't no damn man walking up into that, and it's some other women who will walk in that damn situation with y'all women ass brains, man. We heard your ass screaming. We walk in, his blood everywhere. He snatched a 4-year-old up. Ain't nobody thinking like no damn female in that situation, but females like y'all. Some got to give in this motherfucker. What the hell wrong with you? Your ass already look walking dead. I got to do something. Now, let me shift a little bit to the cops so y'all don't think I'm being too damn hard on this woman. I'm just going to keep it motherfucking real, because I got this shit going on in my real life where men are trying to make decisions and women trying to say, well, no, your decision ain't right and verified until you totally switch it to think about it and see it and consult it to my woman ass brain. No, the world ain't got to be seeing how women see it, just like it ain't got to be seeing how men see it. Adults sit down and say what the fuck is best for all of us. So when your ass call a man into a situation like this, you better think that motherfucker might be thinking like him and not me. Big dog, I just seen what was on the camera. I wasn't there, man. The report say he had the knife to this baby's neck. I'm already hearing stabbing me, see blood everywhere. I wasn't there. He comes back around the counter, the side, the door, the hall, and that's when I hear the shot. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Now I just get more specific to the American government and law enforcement agency. I really do believe that he was following y'all bullshit ass policies. I do. And I think with all of the situations where we see cops literally get away with murder and other brutality upon American citizens, I think it was always going to be hard for them to find these cops wrong of anything in this situation. According to their standards, their policies, remember, that's what they're grading their own homework. I think if you read the print articles, they will mention the state's attorney. If I'm wrong there, but at least 2 government agencies investigated this and agreed that these cops did nothing wrong. I mean, they're grading their own homework. What can you expect? But let's sit back and really think about what the standard should be. Sure, I get it, man. I wasn't there. I can't even realistically and objectively grade what the hell you did. I wasn't there. I cannot tell you what I would have done in that situation. I can almost promise you I wouldn't have been thinking like no damn woman. I'm a man. But as a trained law enforcement officer, because that's what they're going to want us to believe you are. This happened this year. Where the hell you at now, sir? You always shooting first when your ass scared. As much as I want to say I can't necessarily disagree with mom that you could have used some of those other non-lethal weapons, once again, I just got to be real, and we can't believe shit cops say, guys, but y'all know I try to be fake objective here. My soul is hurting while I'm saying the shit I'm saying, because I don't want to be reporting on no shit like this. Y'all drop this in the comments. I say y'all love me because y'all always sending me stuff like this. I really honestly can't tell you the cop did a damn thing wrong here besides not be trained well enough, which does fall on him and everybody else standing behind him. Because you gotta know as a cop, these are the type of situations that your ass might encounter one day. You gotta play it in your damn mind. How am I going to respond? I ain't never been no damn cop, family. I'll tell y'all stories one day, but sometimes I do lay in my bed and think, what would I do if this situation happened or that situation happened? And as a cop, like I say, I don't think it's asking too much for y'all to just sit back and think about those kind of things. So maybe you could have handled, like, was it absolute? I wasn't there, so I cannot question what this, I can't. I could really see her brother or father, or once again, Terrell's dad, walking in there and doing the same damn thing. Like, I'm probably hoping to shoot him. He about to hurt this baby. I already hurt the woman. But sir, I can't also rule out the fact that there were other possibilities here. Like maybe it wasn't that severe where you had to use lethal force. And maybe, sir, one of the reasons that you didn't hesitate to use lethal force is because you saw black skin. He's playing the race card, motherfucker. I said maybe. I'm listing literally all of the possibilities after I've clearly said it's hard for me to blame the motherfucker. Yo sensitive ass probably on the wrong channel if that hurt your feeling. I'm Trey and Bill. Hell wrong with you tonight. It's beautiful in Hollywood. I'm about to go home. So much I want to and can say about this situation. My highlight points are this right here. Ladies, please remember, and not just women, but specifically, I'm sorry, a little bit more emphasis on y'all ass this time. Please remember to be sure when you want to involve these murderous motherfuckers in whatever you got going on. If you are dating, man or woman, violent motherfuckers, and you got anybody around you love, sir, I'm sorry, ma'am. If something happened to them, your ass is culpable, and I'm gonna be looking at your remorseful ass tears a little suspect. Because why in the hell is you bringing violent people around people you love? A lot of y'all men and women be dating violent motherfuckers. You have them around your literal kids and other people you love, and then shit go wrong, and here you is tears with everybody else. No, your ass is culpable, just like cops who pull the triggers in these situations. I mean, we got to really have the entire conversation when we think about these things. We can't just place the blame where it fits conveniently. It'd be a lot of looking in the mirror that we'd be avoiding these damn situations. I literally have heard of and known men and women in these situations that expose their children and loved ones to these type of dangers. I've known women to weaponize cops and just call them on men because that's the only upper hand they can get. And every time when shit go wrong, somehow they be in the victim seats. No, your ass is not a victim. You're a co-conspirator. I wish I had more to say about this damn situation, but I don't. It was so much going on when them cops got there. I can only be honest and say it is as possible that they handled that as human beings. And even in that, they could have panicked and simply handled it absolutely wrong in the worst ways. It's very possible they went in there with terroristic mindsets and were looking for an opportunity to get a paid damn vacation. It's very possible they were just severely undertrained no matter where their hearts were at. It's very possible that he fired that shot hoping to shoot that man and save that baby. What isn't, I think, something we need to consider as whether it's possible or not, these motherfuckers need to be better trained. There's a lot of U.S. government money, taxpayer given money, that just goes out all these damn windows where these motherfuckers are roaming around us with terroristic intentions, terroristic mindsets, undertrained, military armed. And they don't even know how to respond to the most basic threats. There's going to be a lot of stuff that I wish I said about this video when I'm editing it and going back on it. But right now, I'll just say rest in peace to Terrell. And more specifically, not just to leave it on women, man. All of us, man, you got to think about who these cowards are at all times. If you're one of the people that call them, you got elderly people, you got all kind of people out here, man, handicapped people. People are going to call the cops, man. Just be aware, man. Just be aware of who you're calling. I can't tell everybody don't call the cops. It's not fair. Everybody isn't like us. But just be aware, man, what you're getting yourself and your loved ones into. And hopefully you leave that situation safe, because a lot of people call them and leave safe, but just be aware, man, because I mean the fewer stories like this we hear about, the better America is, man. Rest in peace to Terrell. My heart broke about this shit, as I'm sure many of you who hear this video and already know about this story, your hearts are and will be. We're praying for this family. Again, I want to reiterate, unless I specified I was talking about them, I wasn't. I'm generally speaking on what I've seen happen in American relationships and families, and how many of us, if not all of us, can consider our contributions to those demographics to make them safer, man. That's just it, man. We got to be more responsible for the lives we live and the choices we make. We can't just always pass the buck conveniently, whether it's the cops or someone else. I be hating these, man. I'm out. I did want to say this too, man. I didn't, you know, I mean, Black Americans ask enough, but I say this, man. I'm trying to be not like I got all the answers when I say this type of stuff, man. But y'all really got to sit down and think, what are we saying when we say no justice, no peace? Because I'm an old man now, man, old cowboy out here. And as far as I remember, we've been saying that since I was a young buck, man. So, I mean, what are we really saying? Because it seems like we're always saying it in response to them declaring a literal murderous war on us. So when we're marching, ladies and the men who march behind them so passionately, I just want to, like, what are we, maybe you are saying the right thing. I'm just asking, what are we really saying? We're marching and holding up signs in response to us in response to them murdering our loved ones. I don't know what the message is.
In the meantime, Miller hopes change will stem from Hamer's internal look, but she isn't holding her breath. She remembers her son, who would have turned 5 about 2 weeks ago, as a ball of sunshine who was everyone's best friend.
You had a bad day and you looked at him, hey, I'm Terrell. How are you doing? You know, he didn't have an enemy on this earth.
I actually do love her spirit, man. Praying for y'all, mama. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.